As a youth growing up in the Baptist tradition, I found it interesting that the disciples didn't deny that they drank of fresh wine, and sometimes to the point of embarrassment. Rather, they were just too early in the day to be that drunk. Drinking is one of the many things the Baptists preach against. So much so, it spawned the fishing joke. Remember, if you're going fishing, always take 2 Baptists with you, because if you take 2 or more, they will expound upon the evils of drink. However, if you forget and you only take 1, you'll run the risk of running out of beer. I was also taught the greatest sin was suicide. You're removing all hope from salvation with that selfish act. The greatest witness of faith in my childhood was my great-grandmother Grace. Yes, Grace. She was calm and understanding, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. She was also my first major loss. I could not understand how the world could be a better place without her, and I struggled with my faith over that loss. As I grew, I discovered she had died of suicide. That discovery really tested my faith further. How could God love all, but this woman of faith be left outside of the holy gates for this action? Jumping ahead a few more years, I did discover that she had shot herself, but she didn't die from the attempt. At the time, I believed what was being echoed by many of the congregations, that some sins are unforgivable. I struggled knowing how faithful she was, how kind, how loving she was, and the thought that what she had done had made her unforgivable. Well, we all know the commandment, have no gods before, have no other gods. But we preach that some are not forgiven. We run the risk of turning away people that are trying to know God better. We risk driving a wedge between the lost lambs and the great shepherd, driving away anyone who are not like us or our perceptions of ourselves. Getting back to our reading, Jesus had promised a divine advocate, someone to care and support you after his return to heaven. This is the Holy Spirit. Pentecost Sunday blows the doors off the concept of who is worthy. The word is shared in all languages. Even more importantly, all are hearing it now in a language that they can understand. It's not a religion for a chosen people, but for all people. In Jesus' baptism, the dove descended and God spoke, saying, "This is my Son with whom I'm well pleased." In Pentecost Sunday, the blessing of the Spirit is extended to all humanity, reminding us that all are children of the risen Lord. In the Old Testament reading today, I got why Joshua calls for Moses to stop Eldad and Medad from prophesying in the camp. They weren't part of the chosen 70. They were not among the 70 who were called to this duty, nor were they expected to have these gifts. Moses responded, "Would that all the Lord's people were prophets." Moses was happy with all the help he could get. Everyone was expecting Moses to handle everything himself. Others, using their gifts, allowed more of God's work to be done. So after all that walking coming out of Egypt, Moses was finally given a chance to sit down. People encountered the Holy Spirit before. That strong wind, we remember that from God meeting with Elijah at Horeb. And the appearance of the fire alongside Jesus at Transfiguration Sunday. Jumping ahead to Acts, we hear their Spirit at work in a similar way with all the disciples. Peter reminds the gathered witnesses that the prophet Joel had foretold that this day was coming for all people to be given the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is our current companion, claimed in baptism, often called the still small voice. All people heard in their own language the greatness of the Lord. My prayer is that we listen more intently to the Holy Spirit's guiding nature. Let us grasp that gift, give thanks, and proclaim the victory. Come, Holy Spirit, just as you are, You are enough. And when you come to communion, you will hear the message again, given for you. Not given for somebody better than you, but for you. Remember all, you are the beloved children of God, and the Holy Spirit is given for you.